Today on the show, let's talk about Super Stickman Golf for iOS and Android devices. I've spent a lot of time looking around the iOS storefront and peeking at the many free offerings on there, but in general, I haven't been all that impressed. Most of the free games on there seem to be some combination of Farmville, a match 3 puzzle game like Bejeweled, or some sort of ill-conceived console-type game with virtual sticks and buttons on the touchscreen. None of those really appealed to me, so I had almost given up hope on finding something interesting on the App Store, but then I found this game. Super Stickman Golf is a very simple game, and that's to its benefit. Far too many games on the iPad get mired in trying to be full-on AAA games, and most of them suffer for it. Super Stickman Golf keeps it simple, and that's why I love it. The rules are basic. Your little guy is set up at some point in the level, and it's your goal to get the ball into the cup by hitting it. Basic golf type stuff. But what makes this game great is its level design and its use of physics. The 2D side view seems like an unlikely fit for a golf game, but it really does work. Each course has multiple paths with varying levels of risk and reward, but they aren't explicitly spelled out for you, which is nice. The quickest route is often the most dangerous, but if your aiming skills are on point, then you just might pull it off and beat your best score. It's very addictive. The controls are great for an iPad game. The reason for this is simple. The game is turn-based. You get to sit back and think about what you want to do and make sure your shot is lined up just the way you want it before you take it. Nothing fancy to make the touchscreen work against you here. Shooting the ball is sort of like playing the classic PC games Worms or Scorched Earth. You point the arrow where you want to shoot and then tap once to start the power gauge and again to stop it. It's elegant, it's simple, and it's well implemented. The gauge moves quickly enough that it's not annoying, but not so fast that it tests your super honed reflexes. You plan, you shoot, and then you deal with the consequences. This is where another important point of the game comes in: Powerups. After you complete a few courses, you'll earn Powerups. You can take 7 different one-time use Powerups for each set of 9 holes. Some are more basic, like the power to let you take a shot over again, while others, like the Sticky Ball or Hazard Swap, add extra levels of depth because they allow you to fundamentally change how you approach a hole. Honestly, there have been multiple times when playing this game that I found myself moving around or moving the iPad trying to get the ball to go just a little bit further or stop before it rolls into the water. And that's something I haven't done since I was a kid playing something like Star Fox. Keep in mind that my movement does not affect the game at all, I just can't help it. Visually, the game isn't a powerhouse, but it's serviceable and its stripped-down design fits the gameplay nicely. If anything, I think a more graphically intensive take on this game might make it less appealing, so I applaud their restraint here. While I applaud their restraint in the graphical department, I'm puzzled by the lack of music in the game. There isn't really any music to speak of except for on the title screen. I do like that one song, it's kinda upbeat and retro, but unfortunately it's only about 20 to 30 seconds long. Once you start the game, there's nothing, just the sound effects. Would I like the game to have some music? Sure, I suppose if it was good, I might enjoy it. But the lack of music here isn't a deal breaker. If anything, I like to throw on a podcast and just enjoy trying to beat my best score on a course. The game features 37 courses total, each with 9 holes, so there's a ton of content to play here, and an excellent difficulty curve, but make no mistake, despite the game's casual look, the later levels can be very difficult. One last thing I wanted to mention is that like many iOS games, this game does allow in-app purchases. For $5.99 you can unlock all the courses right off the bat, or you can unlock them in packs for lesser amounts. While I'm not a big fan of paid unlocks, this one seems inoffensive since it's totally optional, and all the levels can be unlocked without spending any money just by completing the course that comes before it. So it's not like there's experience grinding or anything to try and force you to pay money. So really, this is just a matter of preference. Do you want to play a super hard course without playing any of the others before it? Well, then that's available to you. But for me, I like to enjoy the game as I go, and so the in-app purchase has no appeal to me. Okay, final thoughts. Super Stickman Golf is a really fun game. It has great gameplay and tons of levels for you to enjoy. When I initially played this game for review, the game was free, but it seems that it's now priced at $2.99. I hope that they decide to go back to the free price soon because it would be great exposure for their sequel, Super Stickman Golf 2, which was just released this March. Either way, this is the best game I've played on my iPad so far, and I'll likely buy the sequel as soon as I get a chance. I highly recommend that you give this game a shot if you have an iOS or Android device. It's well worth your time, and at $2.99 or less, it's got a lot of gameplay. Thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you next time on Video Game Takeout.